Hello guys, this is a descriptive video showing the difference between the two versions of the boards. If you're not aware, I made a second version of my first MCE2VGA. This is a second version, and basically the difference is the addition of adjustment buttons. And these buttons basically allows you to move the screen up or down. Uh, This is because each board has different uh, front board configurations, and it doesn't work well for many different boards. That's why. But right now the FPGA code is exactly the same for both. The only difference is if minor adjustments and the lack of buttons. But for example, when you use your LCD monitor, every LCD monitor, you have position, phase, and clock. With the clock, you can stretch a little the image, and I send I send extra pixels, 8 pixels here, 8 pixels there, so you can get a borders if you want, or there's a difference between graphics and text modes, especially for example in Hercules mode, the graphics mode, he starts earlier and he finishes earlier too. And if you adjust the screen for exactly boards of the text to screen, you lose graphics and you have to adjust. So what you can do is you just do a little stretch and you're going to see both. It will work for both. Uh, Let me explain the buttons here. For this button here, controls if it's EGA CGA or Hercules MDA. For MDA, you just set this button, but for Hercules, you need to set both. For example, if here is Hercules, but if I turn off the Hercules to MDA, you can see artifacts, these little jagged pixels. This is because of the clock is different, and the last button here, he sets the scan lines, and this, but the scan lines only works in CGA graphics screens. For EGA, I turn it off because it looks awful. But here, this button will change between white monochrome or, and you can set color emulation, right? And here with this button you choose between radioactive green or amber or whatever close to it I could make with these color pixels. So you can have both emulations here. Let me show the difference in between graphics and text. So you see the text is here. Let's start Windows. You see that it almost touch here. So when you stretch your image on your monitor or CRT monitor, if you have the knobs, then you can see the full screen, all the pixels. You see here there's a larger gap here than compared to text mode. I can't do anything about this because this is how the CRT works on its boards, and it just changed the phase, the synchronism. So basically you have it. And there's another thing, that is the use of this button, the reset. The reset, it sets the phase, because this board is a stock Hercules, so it's adjusted. I adjust for stock Hercules CGA. Well, I have one EGA model here. You probably have a different one, and you're gonna have like this. What is happening? It's because the phase is different. The phase, it says where in the pixel the digitalization will happen, so you can adjust for left or right, and you just keep pressing this button until you fix And if you if you change here the color selection, you turn back the, when you press button, you go to left or right for the phase. You control with this switch. So here we turn back to the original value. And the thing is, if you get those jigged lines because your video card is different, you have to press this button. Unfortunately, this is a simple this is a simple FPGA device. I don't perform things like PLL, auto phase lock on a video. If you check your monitor is much more sophisticated. He does that. He checks he can sync their PLL with the incoming video, and this is much more complicated stuff. Here you just do the sync manually. It will work. If you have only one model, you can just find the value and you can change the FPGA code to just always use that same value, so you don't have to change every time. So basically it's this, and so that's it. I have changed the GitHub. Honestly, I deleted the previous repo and I created a new one with the same name, because there were so many other files that are being included that they don't have to, and it was causing a nightmare for merging. So now I have a clean repo with only the code that is needed, and I can easily merge them, branch them, make them much more usable. So if you have signed it, if you have marked this repo for watching, you probably have to mark again because I deleted and constructed a new one. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.